History in Italian Design, the Art of Making Eyewear. From Titian to Vivaldi, from the lagoon of Venice to the mountains of Cadore, from the workshop to the factory, the Eyewear Museum tells us about the story of this all. A product that reveals the tradition, culture, and craftsmanship of a population. The spectacle frame, a simple and at the same time complex object, like a line drawn by a pencil, a pure expression of Italian design. At TREVI Coliseum, from drawing to computer-assisted design, data are processed and developed through advanced computer programs. These data are then inserted into the working center, where the prototype takes shape. At this stage, both designers and commercial staff at TREVI Coliseum meet to accurately select colors and models to start production. This creative phase is of utmost importance to the success of the frame, which will be then crowned by market trend. TREVI Coliseum has a very strong developing department, consisting in professional designers and technicians. How's a metal optical frame produced nowadays? The temple is produced with the photo engraving technique, but it can also be manufactured from a mold. The spark erosion technique helps with the soldering process. At TREVI Coliseum, everything starts from a mono, or stainless steel wire. This is cut and put into shape to obtain an eye rim, where a closing block is soldered by hand, which allows the opening of the eye rim to mount the lenses. The following step is the meniscus curve. This gives the characteristic base curve to the rim, where bridge and nose pads are then soldered. Silicon pads assure a comfortable wearing of the frame. Eye rims and closing blocks are then cut and thread. Here you can see the frame with the soldered temple. The frame is then milled and it's now ready for the tumbling machine, where a special abrasive material centrifuged with the frames makes the metal shiny and bright. a plastic optical frame produced? At TREVI Coliseum, data from the computer drawing are imported into the working center where the iRim is produced. This manufacturing process takes a few minutes depending on the thickness of the plastic and on the shape of the model. The front part of the frame is then curved by a press and then hardened in order to avoid the deformation of the plastic material over time. The plastic sheets we employ to make the temples are heated before the cutting. As you can see in detail, a machine exploiting the heat drowns the metallic part sustaining the temple into the plastic front. The working process goes on with the mounting of the temples and the bending of the temple tips. The frame is ready now for the tumbling machine. This process can take up to a couple of days. After the tumbling process, the metal frame undergoes ultrasound and galvanic baths, usually gold, palladium, and ruthenium baths. It is extremely important that these processes are made with state-of-the-art machines in order to avoid nickel emissions which can cause skin allergies. At TREVI Coliseum, once the frame is coated, master craftsmen create trendy chromatic effects and decorations. The frame is now ready to be cooked in the oven. Printings and demo lenses certify the origin of the product. From the initial drawing to the prototype, here you have the final product. This will be distributed worldwide by TREVI Coliseum. TREVI was born in 1971 in Domegge di Cadore, homeland of spectacle frames. This picture of the 80s portraits the three Valmassoi brothers with the famous skier Gustav Töni, who was the glamorous company endorser at that time. In 1988, TREVI merged with Coliseum and moved its premises to Longarone. Since then, the company's activity has followed two parallel tracks: the production and distribution worldwide of its own brands, Clark, Cotton Club, and Coliseum, and the development and customized production of specific house brands for its clients. Coliseum can produce more than 200 new models per year with traditional materials such as plastic, metal, titanium, but also with innovative materials such as carbon fiber, rubber, or even exclusive plastics. The success of the company is granted by an always up-to-date collection and by an excellent service both before and after sales. TREVI Coliseum makes the difference.